Hello and welcome to the IPSC Connect. I have with me a very special guest, Miss Nina Falk. She is Senior IT Project Manager for the Alshaya Group and over 12 years of experience. Thank you for joining us, and it's our pleasure. I have a couple of questions for you.
Thank you, Ahmed. I'm very happy to be here. I'm originally from Germany, but been in Dubai for over 11 years now. It's been a beautiful journey, and I'm very happy to be at this event with all of the esteemed speakers and guests. Thank you.
Thank you so much. So a couple of questions. Let's start with what are your thoughts? How do you manage logistics transformation across multi-country operations?
The biggest thing everywhere, not just in this region, is adoption of change, getting the people up to speed, what is good. So the most critical thing is to onboard the people, onboard the ideas, get everyone into one vision so they will go with your vision. Get allies in the teams, make them understand what makes your thought process better for the whole company and where's their advantage. People like to do things if it's on their advantage. So if you get a prospect or a project into place and you make people feel they're part of the journey, but also it helps them, it will make the project a success. And the most important thing in cross-country project is to get aligned with the people, but also understand the different approaches, the different ways of thinking. There's obviously a difference between Egypt, Saudi, UAE, and you just have to understand the people. First of all, listen before you approach and speak out. Try to understand what their approach is and just move in, fit in, go into their conversation and just make it as easy as possible for them as well.
So this is one of the elements, like you mentioned, for the change management.
Yes.
So in general, how do you manage change management?
Change management, I try to collaborate everyone to first bring the bigger picture. We bring the bigger picture, we will split it down into smaller pictures and smaller scales and show everyone where is he involved. Everyone shows involvement into the journey, feels he's part of the journey. You cannot be in everything, but you can lead certain parts.
Right.
You also need to give ownership to other people. So change management is not about you delegating the way for everyone. It's like, you should do this, you should do this. No, it's like leading the way and getting people on board who train, who support you in this journey and train their teams. So the more people see, more people are committed and you work as a team, as an allyship, they will get more involved and think like, yes, I also want to be part of this journey. I want to give my inputs. I want to take a step. So you also need to delegate certain tasks in order to work together and everyone sees you as a community rather than an individual just wanting to force change.
Absolutely, I think best point is like delegation of the responsibility basically. If I ask you how technology or digital transformation is playing a part in transforming logistics and supply chain.
AI and digital transformation is important because it takes a lot of the analytical forecasting skills. It takes a lot of data skills, which can save a lot of time, especially into forecasting, planning, staff planning. Let's say we have a turnover of X number of units in a day to certain peak times. The systems will tell you from 9 to 10 a.m. you need less resources because let's say the ordering or the store deliveries are less. But in the evening and in the night shift, you need to have more labors.
Right.
So it is much more speedy. It's fast. It is accurate. However, in the initial stages, obviously, you will need to recheck. You need to be specific in the prompts you're providing, but it can definitely help an organization to be more efficient. And the most important thing as a leader, you need to blend the technology with human-centric decisions.
Absolutely.
So the human-centric decisions in staff planning are, for example, their off time, their holidays. Someone is feeling sick. What is the other scenarios which can happen? You cannot just say, okay, how many people I need today? You also need to think, who are your strong people? What is the characteristics of those people? Not just the pure system allocation. So you need to bring the human aspects while the technology gives you really the hard facts, but you have to use also your mind to put these hard facts into a whole environment that it works out.
Absolutely. What are the hindsight that you see drawbacks of excessive use of even technology or let's say AI?
I think the drawbacks is if you fully rely on it, it can't be 100% correct. The human aspects and the personal aspects wouldn't be included at this point in time. Maybe later on it will be, but at this point in time, the human aspects are out, which are really critical because every person is unique, every strategy is unique. There's people who are doing a job in, let's say, 2 hours and people who finish it in 10 minutes.
Right.
The difference is someone is maybe more detail-oriented, someone is more on the high level. So for every job, you need to find the right person and the system will allocate it, but doesn't really look at the individual soft skills of a person and their strength.
Very true. I think human element is required and it goes hand in hand basically.
Correct.
And if I ask you what is the maturity level of, Alshaya logistics and supply chain function in terms of people, process and technology?
I would say we're extremely strong because we are building a lot of change management trainings, and our initiatives are across the board. So the initiatives are not just top level management driven, it's driven from all areas. Well, so we also ask our store staff, for example, what would you like to change? What have you seen at your competitors? We are driving workshop to drive this change to not just come from one side of the business, but also to come from the users. Because if a user determines the change, that's the best thing you can do in a company.
Thank you so much, and thank you so much for joining us.